Dale, thank you so much for coming and being willing to share a bit of your testimony about where God has brought you from. I know we're talking this week about the Jesus connection and what difference it makes to have Jesus in your life. And I know that I've talked with many people, and I've been there myself, where you feel like you've really just done so much that you're too far away from God to ever come back. So tell me a little bit about your story. Where did God find you? How did he pick you up in terms of where were you when he got a hold of you finally?
God found me in a drug addiction of crack cocaine. And I had done so many bad things in my life that I thought I was unretrievable. And I never thought that God would ever want to have anything to do with me. I actually ended up going to prison because of the drugs. And that's where Jesus found me. He opened doors that I didn't know were there, that I didn't know existed, and made things happen in my life while I was there that showed me that he was still on my side. And
so what were some of the things then that God did to kind of get your attention and show you that he wasn't done with you yet?
Well, one, the biggest blessing he gave me was allowing me to get caught and going to prison. So it gave me time to get a clear head so I could think straight. And then he gave me all the avenues. They just kept coming. All the doors kept opening for me to get closer to him. The doors were shutting behind me so I couldn't go back to the life that I was in, but doors were opening so that I could get closer and closer to him. And the closer I got, the more I realized that I was savable, even though I didn't deserve it.
So what has your connection with Jesus done to your life? I mean, going from a crack cocaine addiction to where you are today, where has God brought you from?
God has brought me from as low as I could have possibly been in my life to happier than I've ever been. I didn't have a home before I could call home. I didn't have people around me that I felt I could trust or be honest with, because I thought that it was a joke to them. Now I have a home. My wife is stuck with me, and the Lord just uses her every day. She doesn't even realize that she's being a tool for the Lord when it comes to me, but she is. And I've never been this happy before. I mean, now I'm in a church full of people who love me and care about me, and I've become part of this church.
And just looking from my own perspective, God's kind of turned your own story around, and now you have a ministry to people who are where you were.
Exactly. Because I can tell people without a doubt that God forgives no matter where you are, no matter what you've done. He's waiting there for you. And all you have to do is just open a door and let him in. Give him a try. I was doubtful at first, and I gave him a try, and he just kept showing me more and more things in my life that were changing, showed me the work that he was doing in me, and it gave me more confidence. The better I felt, the more I wanted to know about Jesus. First it was, how does this guy click? Now all I can think of is, if I leave it in his hands and I truly ask him to take care of it, I can step away from it and worry about concentrating on the things that are going to help me get closer to God and bring other people closer to God. And that's what matters. And every day I wake up, I don't think about yesterday's. I think about tomorrow's.
Well, Dale, thank you so much for sharing part of your journey. I know that you're willing to talk with anyone, and you've got quite a lot of a story.
Yeah.
But thank you for condensing it into just a few minutes for us here.
That was hard to do, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. God bless you.